When you consider Hashem as a father, as a mother, He will be next to you. With the permission of Hashem, this shiur will be dedicated to Nishmat Tova Rivka Bat Golda, Shinishmata Began Eden. As you know, we are in this moment and the time of the Yamim Noraim. Yamim Noraim, that means the incredible days. The Yamim Noraim, the days that everything is going to be decided in the Shamayim. Who's going to live, who's going to die, who's going to be rich, who's going to be poor. That days that because those days it reminds us the creation of the world, because the creation of the world was exactly in those days. When Hashem created the world, it was around Elul and Tishrei. The man was created on the first day of Tishrei, and the world was created by 25 of Elul. So in those days, you know, it's like the anniversary of the world. It's like Hashem. It's like once a year you do the inventory of the business once a year. You know, it's like even the effort to see what's good, what's wrong, if the business is okay. So Hashem is the same. You know exactly what's going on the sky in the Shamayim toward the earth is exactly what's going on here. So what's going on in those days, and eventually what happened since last year so each year since the creation of the world, those days we call them Yamim Noraim. And Yamim Noraim, the days of the judgment, the days that Hashem judged the world. So on those days there is something that I want to discuss with you. And because it's Yamim Noraim, so I want to discuss with you today Leilui Shmat, your sister, because of course if she died when she died, the decision of her death was on Yamim Noraim, was on Rosh Hashanah. But I would like just to talk about a beautiful parasha, the parasha of Tavo. There is two parashiot, and the one it's Tavo. When you come to Eretz Israel, there is a mitzvah. Hashem said, when you come to Eretz Israel, the first fruit that your land give you, you must bring them to Yerushalayim. I mean, if you have some hectares of trees of fruit, so when you see the first fruit coming from the tree, you should bring them to Yerushalayim. This is a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah. Why? What's this kind of mitzvah? So we will explain later. And those fruit, you have to bring them to the Kohen. And then you enter the Beit HaMikdash and you tell to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, thank you for giving me the land of Eretz Israel. Thank you for giving me material, Baruch Hashem. Here is the first fruit that the trees give me, I give them to you. We'll explain. Okay. So now this is so now this is the parasha. The name of this parasha is Tavo. Now there is another parasha after Tavo. This parasha called Nitsavim. Nitsavim, it's a pasuk. It's the first pasuk of Nitsavim. It said that Moshe Rabbeinu said to the Jews, "You are all of you here standing in front of Hashem. All of you here, you are standing in front of Hashem, because today there will be an alliance between you and Hashem." So now the question is, what is the connection between those two parashiot? One parasha talk that you should bring when you live in Eretz Israel, the first fruit that your land give you, bring them to Yerushalayim, to the Beit HaMikdash. And the second parasha it's talking about Atem Nitsavim Hayom, that Moshe Rabbeinu is telling to the Bnei Israel, you are all here standing in front of Hashem to do a brit, to do an alliance between you and Hashem. You have to know one thing. Each parasha of the week has a connection with the other parasha. There is a link. There is something. It's like a train with wagon. They are attached each one. You see, it's like you start from Bereshit, the creation of the world, then the Mabul, the deluge, then the stories. You see, each parasha has something to do with the other one. This is and it must be, and the Chokhmah, our intelligence is that we must find the connection. You understand? I mean, when you say Rosh Hashanah, and Kippur, and Sukkot, it's a connection. Rosh Hashanah is the Hashem judge you, okay? Kippur, Hashem is saying, well, I judge you, but I forgive you. Okay? Now, this is the sentence. Now I forgive you. Sukkot, it's a let's be together. It's like Hashem judge you, He forgive you, now let's make a party. Simchat Torah, let's dance. Okay? There is a link, there is a connection. I mean, you get married, it's your wife, then after the wedding, you go to the seuda, the dinner. So here is what the Torah talks to you about when the trees give you fruit, that you should bring the first fruit, the premise, we said, the premises, yes? The premises, you should bring it to Yerushalayim, and then the next parasha, Nitsavim. What it is the connection between those two parashiyot? And you will see there is a connection. Of course, there is a big connection. Okay, now this is the first question. The second question is, why I have to bring this fruit to Yerushalayim? Okay, my trees give me the first fruit. Okay, imagine the rich people, this first fruit, they have to bring them in a silver plate or a gold plate, according to their wealth. Poor people, if they have only one tree, they will bring those fruit in a paper plate, according to your wealth. So my question is, why are we not bring the money instead? Or why are we not give this fruit to a rabbi over there? You understand? Why I have to go to Jerusalem? I mean, there is a pigeon. It is a pigeon. Pigeon is like when you have the first baby, it's a bechor. Like this first fruit. The bechor of the tree. Yes. That's why we call them bikurim. Bikurim from the word bechor. If you have a first boy, what do? Pigeon. You do pigeon with the Kohen, yes? So here is what. I do the pigeon with this fruit, and I take the money to Yerushalayim, and I spend it there, and I give it to the Kohen. Why I have to take the fruit? This is the question. Why I have to bring them to the Beit HaMikdash? Or why I should not give them to a rabbi? A religious man, or a poor man. The first fruit that the trees give me, I give them to a poor man. Why I have to take them to Yerushalayim? I mean, and I will tell to the poor man, this is my first fruit that Hashem give me, and I give them to you. That's it. You understand? Mm-hmm. This is the question that so why I have to go to Yerushalayim? The answer is, but you have to listen to this. You have to cancel Hashem. It's very important for him that a man should cancel his gava, his pride. You see, can you imagine when a man he see thousands of trees with thousands of tons of fruit that those trees can give him? First thing he will think, I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. This is my wealth. This is my intelligence. Oh, I was so smart to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this. Now, Hashem wants you to take this fruit to Yerushalayim. Why you are going to Yerushalayim on the road? You think about what? You don't see your trees. What you see? The premises. Those premises that you take to Yerushalayim. All your wealth, it's behind you. When you go to Yerushalayim, and then and the road to Yerushalayim, you think about what? You think only about Hashem. Where are you going? To Yerushalayim. Why do you take my premises to Hashem? You must know something. A rich man, he go to Yerushalayim with a beautiful plate of gold, with his premises. A poor man is going to go with his plate, paper plate, with some fruit there. And both of them, they think about what? About Hashem. Both of them, they think about that. We're going to be in front of Hashem. Both of them, they're going to think about that. One day, I was poor. I was a slave in Egypt. Now I am a free man. Now I have everything. The Pama, we said, when I was in Egypt, I did not have a piece of land. Here I have at least one tree. I have something. Thank you, Hashem. I'm a free man. I'm not a slave. So, in this moment that they are going to Yerushalayim, they are connected themselves with Hashem. Hashem, it's very important for him that a man should always connect himself to Hashem. The problem for a man is the wealth, is the material. The material disconnects a man from Hashem. So that's why Hashem wanted to disconnect the man from his business, from all his belonging. On his way to Yerushalayim, he will think. You know, Rabbi Chaim Pinto, alav shalom, my grandfather, always he was going to poor people to counsel them, to consult them, to help them. He sit with them on the floor. He eat with them. And why he did that? Because he wanted people to know what he's doing. Because people, Rabbi Chaim Pinto, he eats his soup with this poor man. It was very important for Rabbi Chaim Pinto that people will know that he mixed himself not only with rich people, with poor people. Because the poor people, they need as well. They are people. They are human beings. They need kavod. Rich people, they have their own kavod. They are rich. They have their own money. They get anything they want. Those people, they have nothing. So Rabbi Chaim Pinto used to collect food from people, from rich people to give it to poor people. So that people, they will do the same like him. Why? Because a rich man cannot imagine what it is a poor man, only when he go to his house and see the way he live. When he see the way he live, a lot of times I say to my children, thanks God you have everything. You don't know how people live outside. You have a home, you have a house, you have this, you have a car, you have a driver, you travel business class, you have everything you want, you take a vacation. What about others? They don't even know what it is to take a taxi. Because they don't have money to take a taxi, they have to walk. Have you seen a poor man taking a taxi? No. So it's so important. It's very important for Hashem to give you an idea, to think, because a man, when he see money, he forgot about the rest of the world. He think he's the man of the world. So Hashem, you want to teach him a lesson. You give him a mitzvah. I give you land. You were a slave man. You were in Egypt. I give you freedom. I give you Torah. I give you a land. I give you riches. I give you wealth. So, once a year, you take the first fruit that your trees give you, take them to Yerushalayim. Why we not do pidyon? Why not exchange them against money and give the money to poor people? Why not give your premises to a poor man or to a rabbi in your city? No. Hashem, He wants you to travel. He wants you to go to Yerushalayim. He wants you to take a vacation, and you will be only you with your premises. Your wealth is behind you. At that moment, when you are going to Yerushalayim, you are thinking, thank you, Hashem. Thank you for all what I have in my hand. It's what that represents my wealth. What I have in my hand, that represents what I have. And thank you. The poor man as well. He will say to Hashem, what I have in my hand, Baruch Hashem, I could not have it, and I have it. These people that did not have even a piece of land, and I have. Thank you, Hashem. This is Bemet. This is that's why we don't do the pidyon. Because it's very important for us. If you do the pidyon, if you exchange the premises, the food, the premises against money, you give the money, so there is no time to think. But here you have few days to think. Because a person forget quick. You see something, you say another thing, you forget what happened before. People forget. But he cannot forget because you go from your house to Yerushalayim with the premises in your hand, and it's going to take few days. For few days you think. Look, Kippur. We do Kippur 24 hours. Why we don't do Kippur only a few hours? Because few hours we will forget. 24 hours, it's a long time. And you prepare 1 month before, from Elul, 40 days, you prepare yourself for Kippur, a big preparation. So they ask me, why all this long preparation? I say, well, because that's what a man needs, a long preparation. When a man wants to get married, it takes him time to get married, prepare everything you want to do it well, it needs a preparation. Everything you do it needs a preparation. I would like just to tell you this. When my uncle, Rabbi Raphael Pito, he was killed in Morocco a few years ago, it happened that the police suspected 2 people, a neighbor and his friend. There was a woman that she went to the police. She said, no, the man who killed Rabbi Raphael is his neighbor, not his friend. So the police said, how you know? He said, because always I go to their house and always I see him there. It's impossible that the neighbor, he doesn't know Rabbi Raphael. It's impossible. You know what happened? The police said, but we'll see. At that night, the policeman, he had a dream with Rabbi Chaim Pinto. He said, you listen to that woman, Miss Oda Ben David. She was you have to, what she told you is true. It's the neighbor who killed my son, not his friend. Go to his house and go to X place behind the wardrobe, or I think it was, you count something. He give to the policeman a sign, and you look there. You will find the money that he stole from my son. They did that my uncle, because my 2 uncles, they died the same month. Rabbi Raphael was killed, and Rabbi Meir, he died 1 month later. And while we were saying Kriyat Shema for him, we saw a lot of policemen came to the house of the neighbor, and we heard screaming, shouting, and then they arrested him. And they find the money. And you see, the tzaddikim, this story, I know this story since 45 years ago, but last week in Morocco, the son of this lady who went to the police, he told me, Rabbi Dave, do you remember the story with my mother? Look, those tzaddikim. Tell me, please, how is those tzaddikim, when they are alive, like, when I was in the Hilula this week, the American people, they were so, they never saw what they saw, the Hilula. So I asked, some people, some American people, in the cemetery, I told them, what it is your feeling in this cemetery? They told me, usually when we don't want to talk about cemetery, because cemetery is depression, cemetery is death. It's a cemetery. We don't like to hear the name of cemetery, but in this cemetery we feel happy. In this cemetery we feel well, we feel comfortable. We are here at night, we sing, we laugh, we are happy. I don't know, we don't understand. I told you know why? Because here there are tzaddikim. The tzaddikim, when after their death, they're still alive. That's why you don't feel dead people here. They're all alive. How Rabbi Chaim Pinto, after his death, he could come to a policeman and tell him, "You're wrong. This policeman has a big zichut to have a dream with Rabbi Chaim Pinto. It's a zichut. It's a merit." Can you imagine that this policeman, he will accuse the friend of the neighbor for nothing, and the real killer, he will run away. He will be in the street. And Rabbi Chaim Pinto, he came in his dream to this policeman to tell him, "Look, you go to the house, and you will find the money. This is the." It's incredible because the tzaddikim, when they are alive, they're connected to Hashem. When they die, we don't feel their death. We still feel them. We feel their presence. The Gemara said, "Tzaddikim b'mitaltam nikaim hayim." The tzaddikim, even after their death, we call them life. They're alive. They're alive. Why? Because they behave like Hashem. Hashem give us, excuse me, listen to this. Hashem give to the Jews, to Am Israel, how to be connected to Him, how to be like Him. Hashem wants us to be good people like Him, to do charity like Him, to love people like Him. You know what Hashem said? Love your neighbors before me. Usually Hashem should say, love me before, and after you can love your neighbors. No. He said, your neighbors like you love yourself. I mean, Hashem should tell me, love me like you love yourself. Yes or no? But what Hashem said, love me and love your neighbors like you love yourself. Because Hashem created the world. If there is no love between us, if there is no united between us, if there is no help between us, there is no tachlis of the world. There is no what is tachlis? Tachlis, there is no. It's not worth it. The world. There is no a but. There is no tachlis.
Tachlis.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't make sense. If to maintain the world okay, going well, it's when each one helps the other one. But if there is no help, you don't help me, I don't help you, I don't care about you. You go to hell, I don't care about you. If no one cares about the other, it's the end of the world. That's it, finished. It's finished. So the tzaddikim, Hashem give us mitzvot, so always through those mitzvot, we're always connected. You can imagine a man who feels that he is rich. He will help him. He will not dare go next to a poor man. He will not help him. But Akash Baruch will give us some kind of mitzvot to teach us how to feel, even if we are rich people, that Hashem was nice to you. You understand? It's not because you are a special man. No, Hashem was nice to you because He was nice to you. So Hashem, and because you are a rich man, so well, it's not my kavod to take this plateau, this plate to the Beit HaMikdash. Yes, take this plate to the Beit HaMikdash. Hashem teach you how to be humble, how to be humiliated. It's a teaching. The Torah is like the Zohar said. The Torah it's advice. It's an advice how to act, how to behave in this world. My friend, Rabbi Chaim Pinto, Alav Hashem, through that story that I told you, you see how much Rabbi Chaim Pinto, he always cares about others. Always he cares about others. He didn't care about himself. He teaches people. So by looking at him, how he cares about others, so we learn how to care about others. באמת, a lot of times it's hard for me to do what I'm doing. I mean, after all, why I have to do this? Why I have to travel, to receive people, to comfort people? Why? The answer is, somebody, he said there was a psychologist who came to me to see, came to see me yesterday. He has some problems. He told me, you know, Rabbi, I am a psychologist.
Psychologist?
Yes, a psychiatrist.
Psychologist.
Psychologist, yeah. He said, and you see, I came to you, and to give me advice. He's a big psychologist. He's a very well known. He said, I am a very well known psychologist, and I just saw here in the waiting room client. How do you say client? Client. I saw a client.
Somebody who he helps.
Yeah, that she can. And she was surprised to see me waiting here. And I was wondering what I'm doing here. I have problems. I receive people. I am very well known. I write a lot of articles in magazines. And so that means that I realized that a psychologist, he cannot help himself. He can help others, but not himself. I said, look, I am a rabbi. When it comes to when I have a problem, I consult as well another rabbi. But when it comes to psychology, I don't need a rabbi. I handle myself. Because I have emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When you have faith, emunah in Hashem, you accept everything. What it is the problem? Why a psychologist? Why a man, he need to go, he has depression, and he need to go to see a psychiatrist? Why? Because he has a problem in his head, and he needs somebody to help him. When you believe in Hashem, and you put all your problems in the hand of Hashem, this is your problem. When I have a problem, I say to Hashem, this is not mine, this is yours. So I don't feel the problem. Behemet. I never take pills. I don't need it. I release millions of problems. I have millions of problems as well. I can treat all the problems, but my personal problems, psychological problems, I don't have them. Because when you believe in Hashem, you cannot have those kind of problems. I can have health problems, so I have to go to a doctor. That's not in my hand. But just psychological problems, I don't have them. The more you believe in Hashem, look, people, why people want to be rich? Just tell me why. Why people want to be rich? Why they're working so hard? Money. Because the money is their security. They don't even enjoy their money. I know people that are billionaires, they don't enjoy their money. Just like the slave of the money. Hashem, and this is the problem, when they don't do well, they become crazy. They become very sad. They become very, they're worried. What's going on? He has few millions of dollars in the bank, he's worried. I didn't work well. The business is going down. But Baruch Hashem, you have enough to live. That's why Hashem, He gives us a teaching. If you close yourself in your money, you can have psychological problems. That's why Hashem said, Baruch Hashem, you have, Akash Baruch Hu said, Baruch Hashem, your land give you fruit, the first fruit take them to Hashem and say thank you to Hashem. That's why Hashem teach you that all what you have is not yours. It is very important for me to know all what I have, it's not mine. It's mine, but it's not mine. It's mine, but it's not mine. It's like I am the bank of Hashem. It's like you put the money in the bank keep the money for you. So me as well. All what I have, I'm the bank. I keep them for Hashem. It belongs to Hashem. When I feel that this is not mine, it's to Hashem. When I don't work well, when I need, well Hashem, you have to give me more to keep you. You understand? And this is the teaching of this parasha. And this is the teaching. Now please listen to this. And the parasha, the Torah mentioned Tavo. It gives you advices how to strengthen your emunah on HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and how to support yourself, not to feel yourself in the depression, that all what you're belonging, it's yours, but don't forget, it came from Hashem. It's yours, but it came from Hashem. I promise you, I saw someone in Canada. He was selling his business at $100 million. And he was in a big depression, big. He's $100 million man. And a big depression. Why? Because his brother, he was partner with him, and they split, and he invested money in some other business, and he doubled his money, and he did not double his money. And he was in a big depression. He wanted to kill himself. So most of the day he is with a doctor and a psychologist to help him. He couldn't accept that why he split. And the day that he split from his brother invested his money in big, he doubled his money, and he's still with his $400 million in his pocket. He wants to kill himself. I told him, tell me, how old are you? He said, I am 75 years old. 75. I told him, when you were 25 years old, did you have any money? He said, no, I was a poor man. I had nothing. I was a student. I had nothing. I was nothing. I said, Baruch Hashem, you have now $400 million. And you have real estate. What do you want? Yes, but what about my brother? So, what about your brother? Why you have to think about your brother? If you kill yourself, you will lose everything. And you have no children. You know who will take your money? Your brother again. You are not married. You have no children. You are 75 years old. Are you crazy? You are jealous of your brother. Your brother will take all your money. When I told him this, he went like this. Crazy. והיה כי תבוא אל הארץ. The Torah wants to teach you something extraordinary in the parasha of Tavo. That when you take care of somebody else, Hashem take care of you. Yes, sir. You know, Khatam Sofer, alav shalom. One day, some rabbi told him, Rabbi, tell me, I travel a lot to teach Torah to people. What about my children? I have no time to teach my children Torah. You know what I told him? Hashem will take care of your children. A man will take care of others, Hashem take care of him. Look, most of my life I travel. Baruch Hashem, my children are all rabbis. Hashem take care of them. You take care of others, Hashem take care of you. This is the Parsha of Tavo. Hashem want to teach you. If you want me to take care of you, you want me to take care of your wealth, don't think your wealth is yours. It's yours. But if you think it's yours, if you lose it, you will be sad. But if you think it's not yours, it's Hashem. If you lose it, you will not be sad, because you lost the money of Hashem. It's not yours. And Hashem, if you act like this, Hashem will take care of you. That's what the Torah said. Atem Nitsavim. What is Atem Nitsavim? Atem Nitsavim. Now we ask a question. What is the connection between those two parashiot? When you come to Eretz Yisrael, you bring the premises to Yerushalayim, and then the next parasha, you are standing in front of Hashem to do an alliance with Hashem. What is the connection? The connection is when if you do like this, if you feel that what Hashem give you is not yours, and you use it to do mitzvot, and you use it that what Hashem give you is like you have to use the bank. It's like a deposit. Hashem, it's like a deposit. You know, it's a deposit. It's like a deposit, and you do good thing with it, Hashem, and you are Nitzav. You will be always in front of Hashem. Your face, you will be exactly the partner of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem will do an alliance with you. When Hashem is see a man that he acts like this, he acts well, instead of taking the advantage that all what Hashem give him, instead of taking everything for himself, he do mitzvot with it. So this man, his face always will be Nitzav in front of Hashem. And Hashem will do a brit with an alliance with him. He will tell him, you are a good partner. So I will put money on you all the time. You will be my bank. I mean, that means it's so easy. Cancel yourself, because usually people, they don't want to, once they test the money, they don't want to cancel themselves. They become algava, they become proud, they become something else. Like somebody. When he was poor man, he used to come to see me all the time. He made a lot of money. I give him some advice. He made a lot of money. I don't see him no more. And one day I saw him in a Brit Milah, and when he looked at me, he ran away. You know what I did? I stand up, I ran after him, and I called him, Yosef, Yosef. He turned. I said, I want to talk to you. He said, stop. He said, yes. I told him, you don't know me? He said, who are you? He said, you don't know me. I'm so old that you don't know me. Only 5 years, on 5 years you don't recognize me. I was the son back here. You know, and you came for the Brit Milah. You were invited, and of course they told you who I am. And when I was the son back, they announced my name. You say you don't know me. The money pot, a mirror, the money pot is like a wall between you and me. You think I want to ask you money? You think I want to remind you that you were a poor man? That I give you a bracha I give you an advice how to make money? And then he went like this with his eyes. He couldn't talk to me. He was very ashamed. I said, now you know who I am? Rabbi Pinto. Rabbi Pinto. The money makes you forget Rabbi Pinto. Unfortunately, Hashem wants to teach us. Hashem, he said, please, I'm going to give you a lot of money, but don't forgive me. Don't forget me. I will give you anything. You become millionaire. You become rich. You become a Rothschild. You become but don't forget me. Don't forget the poor people. You want to have success. Vous pouvez commencer à prier. You want to have success. Just carry on. That's why Hashem says, "V'hayaki Tavo." When you come to Israel, you become rich. You were poor. You were nothing. Now you have a land. You have everything. You want to have the chance to be my partner, to be Nitsavim in front of me. I will do an alliance with you, a brit with you, an alliance with you. Always think that what you have in your pocket or the wealth you have, it's only a deposit. Consider that it's only a deposit. From time to time, once a year, the first fruit, premises, bring it to Yerushalayim. Don't exchange them there. Don't give it to nobody. Work with them. Few days. And those few days that will connect you with me. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you. Through this Itzivut, through this work that Hashem teaches you to do, that will strengthen the alliance between you and Hashem. When a man has this zechut to recognize, to think on his way to Yerushalayim, he think, thank you Hashem, I was nothing, I become something. He could give them to somebody to take them. No, you should take them. And through this, he strengthens his brit, his alliance with Hashem. You know, there is a man, he's a big Baal Tshuva. This man is a... How he become Baal Tshuva? You know how? He become Baal Tshuva because one day he came to see me because he is a bodyguard. He was no religious at all. He came to see me because for his job, and then he asked me something, and he told me, Rabbi, you should know that I don't believe in all this. Huh? It's just because he told me to come, so I come. But so I shook his hand. When I shook his hand, I shook his hand in a way that I took his hand very, very strong. So he told me, "You're hurting me." Okay, the story finished. This man went out. He said to his brother, "Your Rabbi," his brother is my student. "Your Rabbi, I want to ask him something about somebody." And when he shook my hand, he took it very, very strong. He hurt me. Why? He's crazy. That's what he do to everybody. His brother, he said, well, if he did it, he must have a reason. So his brother said, you Rabbi, you have to protect him. Which reason he has? He hurt my hand. What reason? Why he did that? To make the story short, this man, he went to his home, and he went to the bathroom to have a shower. Once he had the shower, he wanted to dry his hair. It was wet, and he was electrocuted. But the electricity, it went only to his hand. All the electricity was only to the places where I hurt him. And the electricity, it did not go around his body. Otherwise, he would be died. And then with the other hand, he took off the plug. He realized what the miracle happened to him. And he was talking to a lot of electricians. They told him, "You are lucky." That story happened 25 years ago. At that time, there was no security in the plugs. So when he became Baal Tshuva, he became very close to me. And then he told me, Rabbi David, one day he told me, how did you know? I said, look, I did not know nothing. It's just when Hashem you want to help somebody, to make somebody to do teshuvah, he has a lot of ways. He just put in my mind to shake your hand and to take it strong. I did not know what I was doing. I did not know what, but Hashem was knowing. Hashem knows what Hashem knows what's going to happen. Hashem put in my mind to take your hand and to shake it very strong. That I'm not a prophet, it's Hashem. Hashem, He wants you to do teshuvah. The only way that you will do teshuvah, so through this. And Baruch Hashem, he recognized. I told him, Remy, his name is Remy Elbaz. He's the brother of Gabi Elbaz. I told him, Remy, for me you are a tzaddik. Because you could say, well, it's a coincidence. But you did not see it was a coincidence. You recognize that a shake of your hands is very strong, and the place where I checked, the electricity was only there. And it did not go around all your body, and then it will go to your brain and it kill you. So you see, when you go to Yerushalayim with the premises, you recognize Hashem. When you go with the premises to Yerushalayim, you recognize Hashem. On Rosh Hashanah, we make our meeting with Hashem. At Nitsavim, Hayom, there Rosh Hashanah, we make a big meeting with Hashem on Rosh Hashanah, and then what? Then we recognize all the bad things we did. On Kippur, we're next to Hashem, all day next to Him. We're not outside, we're not busy, no telephone, nothing. We're only with Hashem. And we say to Hashem, I recognize what the bad thing I did. I'm supposed to be your bank. I'm supposed to be treating your money, your belonging, your word, and I take advantage of it for myself. I recognize, sorry. You recognize? I forgive you. Now that I forgive you, I give you back. Now, here is again all the life for this year in your hands. Treat it well. This is Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. So, Be'ezat Hashem, I pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that Hashem will give you bracha ve'atzlacha, in briut, in Shana Tova, and God bless you.
الهرب نبيت بنته